In the words of Winston Churchill, never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few. World War II, a monumental period in our history, forever imprinted on the annals of time. The tales of bravery, sacrifice, and resilience from the official records and public stories are well known. Yet beneath the surface of these widely shared narratives, there lies a labyrinth of untold stories, unacknowledged heroes, and hidden truths. However, today we delve deeper into the lesser-known facets of this global conflict. Beyond the battlefield, there were unsung heroes whose stories remain untold. These are the stories of the unseen warriors of World War II, the women, the minorities, and the secret operatives whose contributions were pivotal, yet often overlooked. Women played a crucial role in the war, not just in nurturing homes and raising children, but also in vital war efforts. Over 6 million women stepped into the workforce during the war years, filling roles previously held by men. They worked in factories, laboratories, offices, and farms, keeping the wheels of the economy turning, while their husbands, sons, and brothers fought on the front lines. Then there were the minorities, the African Americans, the Native Americans, the Asian Americans, all of whom served their country with distinction, despite the harsh realities of discrimination and segregation. The Tuskegee Airmen, a group of African American military pilots, battled both the enemy abroad and racism at home, proving their mettle in some of the fiercest aerial combats of the war. And let's not forget the secret operatives, the spies and the codebreakers who operated in the shadows. They were the silent warriors, their battles fought not with guns and bombs, but with codes, ciphers, and cunning. Their work was often dangerous, always secretive, but absolutely vital to the war effort. The intelligence they gathered, the secrets they uncovered, these were the game changers, the tide turners. One such operative was Virginia Hall, an American spy with the British Special Operations Executive. Despite losing a leg in a hunting accident, she spent the war years behind enemy lines in France, coordinating resistance activities and providing crucial intelligence to the Allies. Her efforts were so impactful that the Gestapo considered her the most dangerous of all Allied spies. These invisible warriors were the backbone of the war efforts, changing the tide in subtle yet powerful ways. Their stories, their sacrifices, their victories all play a crucial part in the larger tapestry of World War II, reminding us that heroism comes in many forms and often from the most unlikely of places. The war left deep scars, not only on the battlefield, but also on innocent civilians. In the shadow of World War II's grand narrative, the plight of civilians, especially children and the elderly, often goes unnoticed. Yet their stories are no less important and no less heartbreaking. These are the forgotten victims, the ones who bore the brunt of war, not with guns or tanks, but with their bodies and minds. Imagine being a child, the world as you know it crumbling around you. The constant fear, the uncertainty, the loss. It's an experience that can scar a person for life. According to a study conducted after the war, over 70% of children who lived through the conflict suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder. These are children who lost their homes, their families, their sense of safety. They were forced to grow up overnight, their innocence stolen by the harsh realities of war. Likewise, the elderly were not spared from the war's ruthless grasp. Many who had lived through the First World War found themselves reliving the nightmare. They had to endure not only the physical hardships, such as lack of food and medical supplies, but also the mental torment of watching their world fall apart once again. Their twilight years, which should have been spent in peace, were marred by fear and suffering. But these are not mere statistics. Behind each number is a face, a name, a story. Like Anna, a 7-year-old girl who had to hide in a basement for weeks, clutching her doll for comfort. Or Wilhelm, an 80-year-old man who watched his hometown turned into rubble, his memories buried under the debris. The psychological and physical trauma endured by these civilians is a testament to the true cost of war. It's not just about the soldiers who fight or the leaders who give the orders. It's about the ordinary people, the ones who have no choice but to endure. The echoes of these untold sufferings still resonate today, a stark reminder of the horrors of war. In the shadows of the war, secret alliances were formed, shaping the outcome in unexpected ways. World War II, as we know, was a global conflict, but behind the scenes, a complex web of secretive negotiations and alliances was being spun. These were alliances that went beyond the obvious Axis and Allies, alliances that dug deeper into the geopolitical landscape, influencing the course of the war and the shape of the post-war world. Let's delve into some of these clandestine partnerships. One such alliance was the cooperation between the United States and the Mafia, particularly in Italy and Sicily. The Mafia's influence and network were leveraged to undermine Mussolini's regime and facilitate the Allied invasion of Italy. This alliance, albeit unsavory, was deemed necessary for the greater good. Across the Atlantic, another secret alliance was taking shape. The British intelligence agency, MI6, and the American Office of Strategic Services collaborated closely, sharing intelligence and resources. This transatlantic partnership played a pivotal role in numerous covert operations that weakened the Axis powers. Then there were the secret negotiations between the Allies themselves. The Yalta Conference, for instance, saw the leaders of the United States, the United Kingdom, and the Soviet Union discussing the post-war reorganization of Europe. This conference resulted in the division of Germany and the establishment of the United Nations, significantly influencing the geopolitical landscape of the post-war world. These secret alliances were not just about military strategies. They were also about shaping the world order, about carving out spheres of influence. They were about power and the lengths nations would go to secure it. In the grand scheme of World War II, these secret alliances might seem like mere footnotes, but they were far from insignificant. They added another layer of complexity to an already complex war. They influenced the strategies and decisions of the key players, and they had far-reaching impacts on the post-war world. These clandestine deals, often hidden from public view, were instrumental in determining the victors of this global conflict. World War II was not just a war of guns and bombs, but a war of innovation and technology. This global conflict, daunting as it was, sparked a surge in technological advancements that forever changed the course of history. In the throes of war, the world saw the birth of ingenious inventions that not only transformed military strategy, but also laid the foundation for many modern-day technologies. Let's begin with radar technology. While the concept of radio detection and ranging had been toyed with before the conflict, it was during World War II that it truly came into its own. The British in particular made significant strides in this field. With radar, they could detect enemy aircraft from a distance, giving them vital time to prepare defenses. This technology was a game changer, shifting the tides of the war and setting the stage for the development of today's air traffic control systems. Then there's the jet engine. Developed by both Allies and Axis powers, jet engines revolutionized aviation. They provided aircraft with unprecedented speed and performance, outclassing traditional propeller-driven planes. These engines were a testament to human ingenuity under pressure, and they paved the way for the commercial aviation industry that we know today. But perhaps the most profound technological leap came in the form of nuclear technology. The Manhattan Project, a secret US endeavor, led to the creation of the world's first atomic bombs. The destructive power of these weapons was unlike anything the world had seen before. Yet, in the shadow of this devastation, the potential for peaceful nuclear energy was also realized. Expert insights reveal that these technological advancements were not just tools of war, but catalysts for change. They altered the face of warfare, yes, but their impact extended far beyond the battlefield. They ushered in a new era of technological prowess and set humanity on a path of relentless innovation. Indeed, in the midst of destruction, the seeds of technological revolution were sown. These seeds, born from a time of conflict, have grown into the technological wonders that shape our world today. The hidden side of World War II is a testament to the complexities of human nature. A poignant reminder that beneath the surface of what we perceive, there lies a labyrinth of hidden truths. Throughout our journey today, we've navigated through the unseen warrior's unacknowledged heroism, the forgotten victim's silent cries, the secret alliance's intricate web, and the technological leap that forever changed the world. The unsung heroes, those who fought valiantly in the shadows, their stories often go untold. But let us remember them, for their courage and sacrifice were instrumental in shaping the course of the war. The forgotten victims too deserve recognition. Their suffering, though often overlooked, is a stark reminder of the merciless face of war. The secret alliances, a complex network of loyalties and betrayals, remind us of the intricate nature of politics and power. And the technological advancements born out of necessity show us how adversity can fuel innovation. World War II was not just a war fought on battlefields, it was a war that raged in the hearts of people, a war that tested the boundaries of human resilience and innovation, a war that unveiled the darkest and the brightest aspects of our nature. The hidden aspects of this war, though overshadowed by the grand narrative, hold profound insights into the human condition. And it's essential we delve into these depths, for they offer invaluable lessons. As we remember this monumental event in our history, let us not forget these untold stories, for they hold invaluable lessons for our present and future.